we've got 3 clues to work with. What were those 3 clues again on the gold, and how did we use them? The first clue we had this morning was the wedge. Now, what does a price wedge tell me? A price wedge tells me sell the highs, buy the lows, and avoid the middle. And like we always say, a price wedge has a personality trait to it. Okay, in fact, a price wedge, in my opinion, is one of the most consistent personality traits you'll ever get. Basically, what I know about a wedge is I want to sell the highs of the wedge, I want to buy the lows of the wedge, I want to avoid that middle of the wedge. Big important thing though, if price goes above the wedge highs, I'm expecting a failure. If price goes below the wedge lows, again, expecting a failure. A price wedge develops because of a market personality that's indecisive of long-term direction. And so that's why we see a wedge having that strong personality trait. So our first clue was the wedge. That told me to sell the highs of the wedge, buy the lows of the wedge, and if we broke out to the highs, bring it right back down, right? Second clue was an inside day. So our second clue here was an inside day. We knew we were above the lows from yesterday, below the highs from yesterday, and an inside day tells us what? Inside day says, again, sell the highs, buy the lows, but very important, on an inside day, if we break out above the highs and fail, watch out. Big time sell clue. If we break below the lows and fail and then yoink, come right back up, big time buying clue. So is it safe to say that an inside day has the same personality as a price wedge? Absolutely. So we had 2 really strong clues, and again, now you're starting to realize why I said this morning looked like a slam dunk. And then the third clue we got was this bull channel. Now, a bull channel, this is where you got that variable, okay? The first 2 clues we got said sell, sell, sell at those highs, buy, buy at those lows. But a bull channel, what does a bull channel tell me? A bull channel tells me sell the highs, but won't be as valuable or high percentage as to buy the lows. To buy the lows of a bull channel, right? Buying those lows will always be the highest percentage trade of a bull channel. We also know at the high of that wedge, we were also at the highs of the bull channel, which made for another great place to sell, right there. The big thing though is that a bull channel tells me buy the support, buy the lows of the bull channel. But what is the other thing it tells me? It tells me that if price was to break out of that bull channel, I'm going to buy at support first. How do we trade a breakout from a channel? This is one of the most, I would say, most common mistakes that I used to make, and it's definitely one of the most common mistakes that I see every day and questions about. How do we trade a breakout? How do we know when the price is going to collapse? We find some support. And when the price breaks support, okay, we got support right there, we got support right there. Okay, what is support? There's a swing lows in this case. Right, so swing low 1, support. Swing low 2, support. Come up. Swing low 3, support. More support. So how do I trade a breakout on a bull channel? Price has to break through that major support. And what happened this morning was we were at the top of this channel, at the top of the wedge. We made it all the way up to the highs of that wedge, and I tried to sell. Sell, sell, sell. Tried, but unsuccessfully selling off. And what happened was it would go down by 5 ticks, get me in, come back out, bounce me out. Go down 5 ticks, get me in, right? Come back out, bounce me out. Did that 3 times. And it was a great example today because we said, guys, we know for a fact that the best trade short today will come where? It'll come below that swing low, below, in this case, it was 21.1. And of course, we get the 21 range, 2-step pattern short, 36 ticks in. I'm going to go below the BMT, right? The BMT is my target here. I'm going to go below the BMT, get below the BMT. I'm going to re-enter. And of course, where are we going here? Well, swing low down there. That would be a good spot for it right there. Okay, that was where we're trying to get to. Didn't quite get down that far. Chopped around here, of course. And again, it was real slow and sloppy the rest of the morning here on gold. Excellent example, though, of how we stuck to our plan. Okay, our plan works out in the end. We did not overtrade this. We knew we were sloppy and choppy at those highs, but in our experience, if you follow that plan using the right trade management, trade that plan with confidence, guys. We knew the price structures, and of course, our account, of course, benefited from it.